Well, hello there. It's Kathy, and it's July 1st, and I'm finishing up a cup of coffee. And I just said I'd be back to see you. I was hoping to go live, but I'm going to just leave you some videos again today. I don't have as much to cover for this block of the month that we've started. This will be month 2. And it's called Pineapple Delight. I did get the website updated last night. The download is there and some eye candy photos for you. And I also, let's see, I got my newsletter out. I hope you got that. I wish I was more technical. I'm just not there yet. I've found some cool apps. I think I'm gonna be able to do some things on my own without having to go and bug someone to help me with all of this. But the main thing is I'm not really interested in the technical part, but I am interested in showing you the applique. So I hope that y'all are going to stay with me through this. I hope even if you're just dropping in to grab your download to get the pattern and to work on your quilt, I love that. I've already seen some of your finished products. Make sure you send me those photos and give me permission to show you off, and I'd love to do that. So let me see, before we get going, it's July 4th, Independence Day, the 250th birthday. I'm really excited about that. You know, a little holiday for most people, even if you only get one part of a day to have a burger and a hot dog to put your feet up. I pray that you get to do that. And I am not getting a lot of stitching done today because I'm trying to be technical. But I do have some fun stuff that's coming up. I hope you'll check out all of my classes. I've got a lot of events coming up, and I've got a lot of inquiries for some guilds, and I'm trying to help those guilds to connect with each other and find someone fairly close in some of the bigger states that you could piggyback off. It really helps. So if you're a guild organizer for events and classes and lectures, trunk shows, etc., I'd love to come see you. I've been doing this for many, many years, and I'm just trying to pick up a few more now to go along with all of the shows I've got scheduled. I tend to just be doing big events lately, and I really miss the guild connections, the fun social parts of that. So holler at me, and I'll be getting back to some of you who already have and trying to help game plan on that. And whoops, my coffee is almost all gone. Let me have a sip. Ugh. You who go to classes and meet up with me here and there at these events and things, you know me. I don't need any caffeine. I am Chatty Kathy, and I know I have some good applique techniques and some fun things to share with you. You have to just bear with me because I just love to ramble, and I just really want you to know that this is about a connection between each one of us on our own, as if nobody else exists, is what I want you to be able to take away from my videos, as if you were sitting in class with me and we're talking one-on-one how I got the result of something I got. So without further ado, I do want to say that there were 2 names drawn off of my big subscriber list that seems to be growing, and 2 people should be getting in touch with me. I've heard from one of you this morning already. I've got some loot for you. So you've won an applique pattern and kit and thread and needle, excuse me, and I want to send it off to you. So thank you. I believe Susan, you got in touch with me already, and then there's someone else I'll be waiting to hear from. But yeah, I'm always open for suggestions, or if you're anywhere close to me in the Destin area and you know someone that wants to help out with some of the things I've got going, just holler at me. And without further ado, this was, of course, the block from last month. I don't think there's any, let's see, it goes this way. And I didn't have a lot of time to do any really great embellishing on this. But I did finish sewing it, and I sewed it with black thread because that's what I intend to do on this entire quilt. Instead of changing threads, I went back with an Identipen, which looks like this Identipen, and it is made by Sakura. Sakura brand you would know from your Pigma pens. And the Pigma pens are archival ink, and they come in really, really fine points. What I really like about the Identa pens, I've only found them in about 6 colors. You can get them in a pack, or you can get them in in singles. But I like it because it looks like a Sharpie, and it's got like the little bit thicker tip here, and the tiny tip here. But the tiny tip here, and that's my favorite tip, is bigger than any of the largest Pigma pens. So Sakura kind of moved from this one into this one to give you a whole different way of writing on your fabrics or your paperwork. So I love it, and this is what I do. So in this block, when I did the black thread on there, I wasn't cuckoo crazy about it, but I went back with my little finer tip on here, and I did some little, just little tiny hash mark type, kind of mimicking a thread that you would have sewn. And I kind of filled in, and I made it a little bit more than just what the black thread was showing on here. And I've done that many times on some of my broderie perslique blocks where I did it all in black, and I really love the idea of it. But if you want to use your green ones, your red ones, there's blue, yellow, and an orange, I believe. You can go back in or use any kind of acrylics or oil pastels and stuff to change the colors of these. Maybe you want to make them brighter, or you want to darken in or add some leaf veins and stuff. So keep those handy. Make sure you get them. You can find them in the quilt shops. Shop there first. And you can find them online and in your big box stores like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, places like that. They carry them too. But I love them. They've got good use for us quilters. I mark all of my things that I'm going to do, for labels and things with these. When I'm not sewing the label or embroidering the label, then I'll use this type of marker on here. But you'll find this up close on some of mine. So this one, I kind of went crazy doing that. And then the only time, the only little bit that I really got done, and I'm going to show you these up close on a separate video. I'm going to be doing all the handwork on a separate video after I quit being so chatty. But I'm actually having fun talking to you right now, so I'm going to continue to be chatty. So I did find a beautiful thread, and I believe it was 2 strands of a kind of thread was that. It might have just been a floss. Yeah, I think it was maybe a Presencia or a DMC. I think that's the one I used. And it gave me such a pretty little thread. I just went around and I did some chain stitching. So again, I'll show you that up close so you can see. But I went around in the red part of it. I was thinking about trying to accent the darker part of it, but that's the in-depth part of the rose or the flower or whatever type of flower this is. And so you don't really want to accent that. I wanted to pop and give dimension to the lighter part of the flower, because that'd be the petals, the outer petals that you see. I'll still go back and do beadwork. Gosh, there's going to be so much embroidery on this quilt. I can tell you it is. So we'll get back to that in a moment. This is the one for this month. And if you've been on the newsletter or on the website this morning, then you will already have seen that this is the one I did. This is really fun, and I really changed it because all of these little circles that I cut from a beautiful fabric were not circles on the pattern. They are more of those cute little rosebuds and calyxes. So you can do what I did. I put a smaller circle here and a little bit larger circle here. So when I redid the pattern for you, when I redrew it, and the download has it, these are the 2 size circles that I used here. So this bigger one would replace the calyx and the bud, and the smaller circle would replace the calyx and the buds on the inside. The leaves stay the same. Now this on my original quilt was all embroidery. And it was just something I added, just something I added on there to fill space on the block. And I decided, instead of embroidering again on this black, how about I give you a shape? So here's the shape that would replace these 4 quartered little squiggly things. What are these? Like S, kind of like a little music note almost. Those days are long gone from when I was a voice major. I won't sing for you. Anyway, this can replace it. And I really kind of liked it. It kind of, I'm staying bright. And I've already said to my mom, Joanne, who designed a bunch of these pattern pieces or complete blocks for me. I said to her, I ought to rename it. Instead of Symphony of Blue Wreaths, I should just call it the Anything Goes quilt, because that's what I intend to do. I don't care what ends up on this quilt this time. It's going to be completely different. And so far, it is turning out really different. So you can see. So instead of embroidery, like the original, and you know, if y'all will hold on just a minute, let me just pause this thing and I'll grab the real quilt, or the one that's done, the original, and I'll show you this particular block so you can really see a difference on here. All right, hang on. Up. Okay, we're back. The magic of all this technical stuff that I don't seem to want to know how to do. Anyway, this was the original block. Again, when I do the handwork, I'll put this up under the camera that shows everything up close and personal. So you can see these little squiggles were originally just the embroidery. So on your pattern, you have those. You can do that. I did them with, I believe, yeah, little tiny chain stitch. Little tiny chain stitch with probably about 3 strands in the needle. And then, of course, my beloved colonial knots that I just love everything about colonial knots. And those are done always, almost always for me, I do with 3 strands. So here's where the big difference is. Here's your little calyxes and these precious little bitty rosebuds. I do love them. And I did, oh, I need some more light over here. Let's get some more light on the subject. So I did these little bitty rosebuds. These are actually out of fabric. So they're folded rosebuds out of fabric. And if anybody asks, I'll show you how to do them. They are on some of my demos already up on YouTube. And of course, the pretty little bead. You got to put one little bitty bead up in there. You're going to want to see that for sure. But on this one, I changed it. Look how simple that is. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, beginnerish, totally beginner, but still enough fun stuff on there that you're not going to get bored. And I know this because I have done some really intricate applique in my years of applique, and I was not bored with this. I just loved it. So I'm going to show you, oh, did you want to see the original one of this one again? I think I have it posted. There it was. So he's looking kind of wonky. He's been traveled. You know, if I sent this to a show, I would have to probably put a new rose on there. And that's, these are little tiny silk ribbon roses here too. So lots of fun stuff on there. Lots of fun, different things you can do. So the quilt will be called, also known as Anything Goes. So the only embroidery I got to on here, I used my light box, and I could see through where the stabilizer that I used, it showed where I had drawn the lines on it, so I could see the embroidery marking. And y'all, I was able to sit at my Caterpillar, and I got to tell you, I'm excited about that. I got a brand new Caterpillar Ultra Glow Ultra. That's the large size one. My other one I had for so many years, and I abused it, I think. So don't abuse yours. Don't leave it in a car. Don't iron on it. Don't do anything like that you're not supposed to do. But my Caterpillar. And if you decide you want to check them out, go to their website and make sure you get my affiliate code. It's on my newsletter, and it's going to give you a nice percentage off. And it helps me so that I can get some more. I need more Caterpillar products. You should see this cool little light they have. They've come out with the best little light that goes on your sewing machine. It's got my name all over it, so I'm going to have to get one of those. But I only did some embroidery here. I intend to put little seed beads in between where these sections meet. And you know, I can't help it. I'll be having to do something funky and fun with these. I hope you will too. Think about your yarns, couching things down, beading things up, sequins, velvets, anything you can add to them. Make them dimension if you want. This is going to be a fun quilt. It is not going to be a you may sleep on top or sit on my quilt. It might bite back. And it's going to be a company's coming. And I'm telling you, the mock-up I've got done of this quilt in the black is just, I think it's off the charts with how fun it is and how beautiful it can be and the fabrics you have. So go pull your fabrics and see what you got. You can see this was that that I took one of the flowers out from my first block. Well, this fabric, and I told you who it was, and I can't say her name, and she's from France. Let me find another one of her pretty fabrics. Come on, one of them's got something on the selvage. I know. It's Odile. I just can't pronounce that last name. Come on, give me one. Well, I don't know where it is. Odile, I'll find it for you. But get those pretty fabrics out. So this particular one by her had this gorgeous little band. So I love this because it's a striped fabric. I wish I had yards and yards of it, bolts and bolts of it. I don't. This is the only piece, it's all I have of it. I have had people ask me, would I do a kit? I wish I could do a kit of this quilt because y'all would love the kit. But I have a feeling you have some gorgeous fabrics. So just use mine as a guideline. And if the day comes that I can do a kit on it, then you'll be the first to know. And you can make a second one because they're so much fun. So there you go. I took the blue squiggle thing from that blue part, and also that same fabric along part of it had these crazy, look at these. Oh my gosh, how could one person think to put so many incredible things like this into one fabric? It is so usable. I just love it. So look at that. There's where it all came from. There's where all those little things. So from afar, of course, these look like I did something cool applique in here. I did not. If you got these cool little, you know, get you some kind of perfect circles things or something you could trace around or within, and that's what I do, is use these things. I wish when I did the original quilt pattern, I have to tell you, Mom and I, Joanne Hudgens, hi Mama, I miss you, and we hand drew. This pattern is, I mean, could you guess that was all hand drawn? So here's something really cool about these patterns. The original one, or this one, not the original, block 1 and block 2. If you want to, other than this, everything is mirror image. So all you have to do is trace one side and flip over and get your other things and just cut it double. You don't have to hand draw this whole thing and then realize that Kathy was a little wider and Kathy was a little skinnier, and you know, make yours all perfect. And I'll be jealous. I'm a jealous middle child. And bless your heart, Ellie Sienkiewicz. I miss you dearly. Ellie was the most famous jealous middle child, and she pointed out to me one day at her academy that I was a jealous middle child too. And I said, ooh, I've never really been told that, but yes, I am. Indeed, I am. So, you know, make your life easier than I did, than Mom did, and do 1/2 of that. And you can see, you can do the same thing here. There is, Everything's duplicated on one side except for your pineapple. Now your pineapple could be right here and half him, but this isn't hard to draw. So yeah, these are a little bit off, and they're purposely off. I didn't do, Mom and I worked on, when we first made this thing, oh my Lord, I kept saying, Mom, I don't know what's wrong with that pineapple, but it looks like a hand grenade. We need to run away from it because it's going to go off. Nothing we could do would make our pineapple look right. And one day we realized when we tweaked how the little lines were drawn through it, I don't know, we just had them kind of going this way across instead of diagonally and kind of tilted. It was not a luscious pineapple. And man, I wish I had some pineapple, especially from Hawaii. Anyway, this is not mirror image, so you want to draw those pieces. And when you do them, I did go ahead and number. I put numbers on here for you onto the pattern. I don't think I did it with the first pattern. I don't think I did it with the one you got last month. You didn't need to know the numbers on it. But this in particular, the P1, P whatever, you'll want to follow that because you have to remember that that one's going to go down first because that one's going to go over and cover it. You know. And if you don't know, I'll keep showing you. I don't want to be repetitive on all the demos, but boy, it's fun. And I get jealous if y'all are doing all the fun stuff and I'm just talking about it. I want to sit down and work. When you're in my classes, people know I want to tell them, hey, get up out of that chair. Let me do it for you because I want to work with you. And work is play. So watch your numbering. That's all I did was just give you an idea so that if you hand draw this exactly like I did and you don't half it and turn it to the side, well, yeah, the placement, you can make it match mine. You can see that some of the little calyxes are shorter than some of the other. Like that's got more of a stem part showing of it. But you could literally just choose one of those, choose one leaf, and choose, make one of those and make them all exactly the same. And then your life would be really easier than mine was. It is a hand-drawn pattern, and I think it's it gives it more of a little folky sense, even though this one's highfalutin and it's going to be blinged up. Some of these blinged up quilts, they have their basis in a little bit of a folk art look. So pineapple means hospitality. It's Pineapple Delight. I hope you love that. And that's what we're doing this month. I'm going to be showing you, once I sit down and get all this hand up close and personal stuff, it's harder for me to show you some of these things. So some of y'all have been asking me about the product that I use. I mail this out, and I was informed yesterday that the price has gone up, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try really hard not to raise my price up because I have a good bit in stock. I am going to try to stay at $5 a yard. It goes a long way, and it, I usually give you a discount. If you buy 4 yards, you get a fifth one free. And I'll continue doing those things. And I do ship out, and I try to ship it the least expensive way I can find. Sometimes it's flat fold, sometimes it's rolled, whatever. You can let me know how fast you need it. If you want to order it from me, the best thing to do is just to order it direct to an email, quiltedpeach@gmail.com. Direct to my attention, I'll see it just like that, and then I'll get it shipped out as quickly as I can. And I'll make sure you have the instructions. You can download them, or usually I'll put a sheet in there that gives you the instructions. But you're needing your Disappearing Elmer's glue stick, the purple one, washable, the glue that is not a glue, it is a starch product, and you need something to turn your tools with, keep them clean. This is just those little generic cuticle sticks, and they're not clean. Do what I say. And I keep a washcloth, a little washcloth, and keep them clean. And you need some sharp, cut to the point little scissors. And look at these Famore came out with some, Famore came out with some new ones of these that are pink, and I love them. They match my pink light and my pink little small Olicio iron. And look, they even match this, my favorite little starch thing here, premium quilting. It's like a magic sizing, but it's different. I really like Mary Ellen's, is it Mary Helen? Mary Ellen's, where's her little stuff? Her little spray thing. That's usually what I use most of the time. Retain for you girls who really, really want to soak your blocks after you've done them. I can talk to you about all of that. You can find that at your quilt stores in the small bottles, or the, I got a large one over here too, 16 ounce. Off the table it went. There are no do-overs today. I am not doing this video over again. You get what you get today. Retain the large one. When you go to like Houston, AQS shows, all the big shows, a lot of the booths carry this. That's the time to get it. Ask them, you know, go pay for them. You can even get it in the gallon jug. Go pay for them. Ask them, can you put that under the table? I'll go back and get it. I don't want to carry it around. I got more quilts to see, more shopping to do, more classes to take. So it's a great product. It's made by the same company that makes Synthropol. It's their sister product, and I use it. It's got like a color magnet, but it's also a thing that stops the bleed, and it locks in the color. So this is, you can find all kinds of stabilizers and different types of products to use on the market. But what I've got is a medium weight, tear away, wash away. It never truly washes away if it's locked within those applique turned edges. Now, it stays in. It turns to a real fine batting. It softens up with the soak, and that's why I like to soak my blocks if I'm going to have the opportunity to do it. While you are stitching by hand, you'll find that you'll feel the body of it. You're stitching right along the edge, Some of you might have seen my video, and you'll feel the body of it, but this one's not been soaked. Once it's soaked, it won't feel so crisp. But if you think you're ready to try machine appliquing, and you're, or you already do, this is a marvelous product to use. And a medium weight tearaway stabilizer. Yes, you can use the really thin, anything you got that's much thinner, because you think, oh, I don't want that extra little body. You can do that, but it'll slow you down, because when you turn the edge, the prepared edge, over the edge of it, the template, you won't even know you turned past your template design. So you have to slow down and pay attention. And I like to go fast sometimes, especially if I'm trying to get ahead of y'all on these samples. So that's what I use. Holler if you want it sent out. And yeah, so I'll just talk to you about some other things, I guess, when I get up close and personal on the video of all the hand stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions, you know, just for now, I think you can come. I did see there's a few comments on my YouTube channel where this is going, but I didn't really know how to access them. So if I have not answered you, I will, because I saw them this morning. And if you have questions, I love your questions. I do want to answer. I'm not ignoring them. I'm learning. Just keep repeating after me. Kathy is just sharing applique. Not trying to do this techno stuff. But it's what I have to do, and I'm going to do it just so I can be with you on the 1st of every month. We've got 11 more months to go after July 1st. Remember, you can join in, tell your friends anytime. There's nothing they're obligated to. You're just going to my website, subscribe. I ask you to subscribe so I can keep up with kind of what's going on in my world. Yeah, there's some things on there that you might want to know about. So ask your friends if they're interested, or your guilds. You know, what a great little fun challenge. These blocks, any single block. I used to teach these blocks all by themselves over and over again. I was like, I wish they quit choosing that particular block. I'd get tired of it. There's one particular one called the azalea block that's in here, and oh my God, I must have I must have taught that one so many times. I feel like I should take the azalea block out of here. You'll get it. I don't know. I don't know what month. I may mix it up. I may stay in the order of the quilt, and so you can anticipate what's coming next. But I might have to surprise you, and then you just get what you get that month. But happy Independence Day to our American friends coming up on the 4th. Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're enjoying a wonderful summer. So I am going to end this and sit down and start going through what I just told you about. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And thank you for joining me.